What's up, nail geeks? I am back again with a little bit of nail art, a little bit of stamping, and a little bit of water marbling. And we have brand new releases from Glisten and Glow. I have her spring collection, her mystery polishes for April and March, as well as her 10-year anniversary polish. Craziness. Be sure to wish Jill, brand owner, a very happy anniversary for her brand. She's one of the OGs in the community, so definitely well wishes to her, and here's to many, many more. So let's dive right into the swatches. First up is the mystery polish for March 2020. This is a very light gray crelly loaded with various shapes and sizes of glitters in neon orange, dark orange, lime green, lavender, and emerald green. This is 9 in the shop. So this is so much fun. I'm digging this one like crazy. You guys know I love glitter, any type, and I will happily take it. This is so fun, very springy. So this is somewhat of a heavier feel to the formula, just with the caveat of the glitters, as it is just so packed. Now, I want to note I had no issues with them whatsoever. I give my bottles a good shake before applying, especially crellies like this. And as you can see here, I'm just going in carefully and I'm getting really perfect payoff for how much glitter is in this bottle. It's wonderful. So this one dries down a little bit on the matte side. It's got a touch of texture to it once it dries down naturally on its own. So personally, I would recommend going in with 2 thin coats of your top coat or 1 somewhat heavier coat of your top coat. In this video, I am using Glisten and Glow's Quick Dry Fast Glossy Top Coat, and I had no texture with it. So next we've got April 2020. This is a concrete gray crelly loaded with various shapes and sizes of glitters and neon blue, bright yellow, pale blue, white, and purple glitters. So this one's also very similar to March in that it is a packed full crelly, lots of fun little colors that you're going to see across your nail, very springy. This one I had no issues too. I'm getting really nice glitter payoff on this one. I did go in just a touch thinner on this first coat here, and I feel like I still had really lovely application on it. So once again on this one, I'm also going to recommend 2 coats for opacity. There is so much fun little specks of color happening here. This one also dries down on the matte side, very similar to March. So once again, I'm going to recommend going in just a touch heavier with your top coat, or use 2 thin coats of your glossy top coat just to really get everything smoothed out. I really didn't have problems with texture on either of these two. Like I said previously, I went in somewhat heavier with the Glisten and Glow Quick Dry Glossy Top Coat. PS, amazing top coat, and I was smooth to the touch. So really going to depend on what top coat you're using and all that good stuff. And here we have the 10-year anniversary commemorative polish. This one is $9.75 and is described as a lavender crelly with added various shapes of sizes, neon pink, neon yellow, and white glitters. So this is such a pretty purple. I really like this shade. It's very vibrant, very pastel almost, kind of. It's on the lighter side and it's really popping like crazy. So you'll get another really nice splash of color across with those glitters. Make sure to give your bottles a really good shake on this one so that you'll get a nice glitter payoff across your nails. So this has a touch more of a creamier application to it in comparison to March and April. It's really smooth on the nail, nice, lovely, self-leveling, creamy application, which I'll get to in just a moment with her creams. They are phenomenal. So next I'm going over the It's Spring Do Your Thing collection. This is roller skating and river rafting, described as a sunshine yellow cream. So PS, the creams in this set will be $8.50 each, or you can get them for $32 for the set. So for a yellow, this has a phenomenal formula. Now I personally took it to 3 coats on the video here for my swatches, but honestly I think 2 coats and that's just fine too. So they have a very creamy feel to them. This is one of the first times I'm working with Jill's creams, and I was thoroughly impressed. They have such a smooth, satisfying formula. Now just trust that they are going to be very strong self-leveling. So even if you go in just a touch heavy-handed on them, just trust that it's going to smooth out. It's really nice, plump, somewhat squishy type formula, but it gives you that gorgeous plumping effect that I'm always going for. So here on the third coat, I'm going in pretty thin here. I'm just trying to even everything out. I was thinking and swearing up and down that I was seeing a touch of my visible nail line, which looking back, I might have just had like blogger's eyes and everything was getting crazy as I was in like turbo swatching mood when I was working on this collection and several others. So here I've topped off with the glossy top coat. Gorgeous, gorgeous sunshine yellow, very bright. And next we've got Hiking and Hopscotch. This is a medium bubblegum pink cream. This is one of those pinks that are really, really flattering, very, very popping. It's of the definitely medium type, but please note, I feel like the video is looking just a little bit neon, but in person it's not neon. With the caveat that they are very bright still. So not neon, but still bright and vibrant and in your face. So this pink is crazy flattering. It's super pretty. I thought it popped very well against my skin tone. So if you've got medium to darker tones and you are of the warmer type of shade, don't be shy off of this type of pink. It pops like crazy. So here on the second coat, I went in really thin on this one. So I just refilled my brush real quick and you can see that gorgeous self-leveling action happening here. It does dry down semi-gloss, so you guys know I'm a glossy gal and I'll always be a little extra with it. So once again, I went in with the Glisten and Glow top coat on this one, and it looks like that nice gel appearance I really dig. It's very pretty and such a flattering pink. And next we've got Picnics and Playgrounds. This is a bright grass green cream. This is another really flattering color. I think this is going to look good on just about anyone too. And that also goes for the other three creams in this set. I thought they were very, very universally flattering, at least in my opinion. So I feel like the video on Picnics and Playgrounds is coming off just a touch on the neon side. So once again, I want to put it out there. Please note these are not neons, but they're still crazy bright and vibrant. So I'm definitely going to get on my soapbox about that one. I don't want anyone to be upset or angry that my video looked like neon or whatever. So just wanting to cover all my bases there. So on this one, I am going in on that second coat here, and you can see that self-leveling action happening. At this point, when I was swatching these, I was purposely going in thin on them just because I realized that they were plumping on their own and they had that really nice creamy application to them, and I didn't feel the need to go in and load up the brush too much. And last but not least, we've got Bike Riding and Bird Watching. This is a bright peach cream. When I saw this out of the blogger box, I was like, well, I don't know how this is going to look on me. I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like it's going to wash out on me. But as you can see from the video, that is not the case. It's such a pretty color. It kind of reminds me of a really intense cantaloupe. So it's a peachy type of shade. It's really, really flattering. Just take my word on it. Once again, I feel like the video is making it look a little bit on the neon side. So once again, get on that soapbox. It's bright, but not neon. So here you can see that gorgeous formula. I think by the time I got to this one, I really figured out how to work with these creams because they are just so self-leveling and so squishy, smooth, and plump and wonderful. I think I had it down at this point, how to go in on that second coat. Now, I wanted to do something fun and a little bit different than what I normally do with creams. I personally love water marbling. I don't do it as much on this channel, and I really regret that. Just sometimes between school and working and all that stuff, I get a little bogged down and I don't have time to really do a lot of marbling. I wish I had more time, but given recent events, I have time to water marble. So I'm going to show you guys how these creams perform in marbling, and as you can see here, I highly recommend if you're new to this technique, you need filtered water and you need it to be room temperature. And a lot of times polishes that marble, they will dry too quickly, and then you will get halfway into your design and then they dry too fast on the water. It's a big mess. I had no problems. These marbled phenomenally. As you can see here, while I did speed up the video here on making the design just for the sake of, you know, not wasting everyone's time, even though it's sped up, I did take my sweet time in making that design, and it still just really was very easy to make that design on the water. Here I'm going in and I'm cleaning up the water. I have a latex barrier on my fingers just to protect myself from any awful mess. And you want to slowly remove your finger out from the water when you do. And then I clean up, and here I'm going to show you guys, I did my middle finger, my swatch finger here last, and when your water gets a little bit dirty from several marbling sessions, sometimes you can have it to where the water stains and runs into your flower design or whatever design you're doing. So sometimes I kind of cheat the system a little bit, and I go in and I just gently fill in some color just to make everything look good and even on those petal lines. So here I'm finishing off with the Glisten and Glow top coat. Can't recommend it enough. It doesn't smear, it doesn't pull anything. Easy to use on nail art. So here's the final look, just kind of a psychedelic type of feel. Really pretty, and like I said, these marbled so easy. I'm a little bit out of practice and I had no problems with it. Finally, I wanted to show you guys, I'm sure the question was going to come up, do these stamp? So they marbled great, they applied great. Now what do they look like stamped? So I did a really quick and dirty stamping session with these with white and black so you guys can see. I had no issues with them stamping. I'm using a clear jelly here so you guys can see through it, and it shows up very well over light and it shows up very well over dark, with the note that when it's over very dark colors like black here in the video, you can kind of see it. It is of the softer type of stamp, but I still will classify this and stamp the approval that they do stamp. So once again, really beating a dead horse here. I am going in with that Glisten and Glow top coat, no smearing whatsoever, and no complicated anything. It's just super easy. So here you can see on the full hand shot how the others performed in the stamping test and comparing them against each other. So they stamp, they marble, and they have a beautiful formula. Now, all the polishes in this video will release March 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll link you guys below to Glisten and Glow's shop, as well as her Facebook fan group if you want to get in there and check that out too. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, stay safe out there, and thank you so much for watching.